Yeah, that was my reaction for most of this film, because it was shit.
He makes us do things.
Don't say it, don't think it.
It spreads like a virus.
Don't say it, don't think it. It could spread everywhere.
I'm not gonna let it happen. Please!
Don't say it, don't think it. We have to help them.
No, it's a trick.
Don't watch it. So The Bye Bye Man, it was directed by I Don't Care, and it stars really bad actors who don't know what they're doing. But fair play for putting in the effort. You're probably better at acting than me, maybe not, probably not, because the acting in this film was terrible. So let's first get into my positives with The Bye Bye Man. Moving on. Yeah, now if I move on to the negatives, sit back and relax, this could take a while. Just to give you an idea of the story for this film, The Bye Bye Man is, I don't know what he is, but basically he's a evil person. It's not really explained who he is, what he is, why he's there. He's an evil person who for some reason has a CGI dog. Why? I don't know. And you hear trains when he comes nearby. Why? It's not explained. A coin drops nearby when he's it's not explained why. Nothing's explained. It doesn't make sense. What is even happening? Yeah, if you say or think his name, he gains more power, and then he either kills you or manipulates you to kill other people. Yeah, that's the film. So if I first get into like general problems, the writing in this film was poor, the dialogue was terrible, the way that it went from one scene to another, like none of the scenes in the film were really relevant. They were just meaningless scenes that led to another meaningless scene, and it was just, problem number two, the acting in this film. It was pretty bad. It's worse than the acting I'm giving right now in the disappointment of their acting. That's how bad the acting was. Yeah, the delivery of their lines was so poor. You didn't care about any of the characters. You didn't really give a shit when they died. You kind of hoped, just end a life now. End my life. Why am I watching this film? The directing in this film was pretty boring. It was unoriginal. It was unimaginative. Like, there was nothing new done. It was just all simple and boring and pretty bad. All just the usual cliche shots put into the film. The direction of the actors was pretty bad. The way he composed the shots, or is it she? Stacey, I don't know, it could be a boy or a girl. Either way, it was pretty bad. Another problem for this horror film, which is a pretty big problem considering it's a horror film, was that it wasn't scary. It was more laughable than scary. In fact, it wasn't even laughable. It was sort of just, you wanted to walk out the cinema, sort of bad. I mean, I stayed to the end, gave it its just deserves, but it didn't deserve anything, to be fair. Like, it was not scary at all. There wasn't a single moment where I jumped out my seat or felt any intensity or tension or suspense in the film. There was none of that. It was just boring all the way through. Problem number 6 million. The CGI work in this film was terrible. Like, the Bye Bye Man had this really stupid and pointless dog that had no meaning or no purpose. And the CGI for that was terrible, like really bad. Like, it looked like it could have come out of the Star Wars prequel. Another bit of CGI, this one woman like catches on fire in a manipulation thing from the Bye Bye Man, and the CGI then was terrible. Like, it looks so cheap and so bad. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, this review is basically me listing things that are stupid about this film, and I've got a lot to go through. I don't know if you can see there, I've got quite a few to go through on terrible handwriting, I know, but oh well. Yeah, so they couldn't get the rights for Google in this film, so they had the really imaginative name of calling a search engine Search. And why the character went to the library to research something, I don't know. Another thing, when the guy first finds, this is in the trailer by the way, when the guy first finds like the cupboard or whatever that ends up leading to the Bye Bye Man coming back, it has written all over it, don't say it, don't think it, don't think it, don't say it, don't, and he's literally reading it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, fucking turning it round. And then he says it. He says the Bye Bye Man. Another problem, the guy who carved in the Bye Bye Man on that drawer, he was like trying to eradicate the Bye Bye Man. He killed everyone who'd heard it, so then it's just wiped out. No one knows what it is. But he left a major flaw in the fact that he had a freaking drawer that said the Bye Bye Man carved in. And then why write all over it? Don't say it. Don't fucking think it. How about you just, I don't know, burn that fucking drawer? What? Another massively stupid thing is in the house where these teenagers are living, the wallpaper, I don't even know what it's got on it, I couldn't remember. I think it had like dogs or horses on the wallpaper, and then the wallpaper transforms into the scary Bye Bye Man dog, and it just looks stupid, and it's not like it even did anything. It's not like any of the characters were there. It wasn't scaring any of the characters. It just cut from one thing to this wallpaper, and then it transformed into a little scary dog, and then it cut something else that just made no sense, and then it never had any consequences or any purpose being there. Just, what is the point? Another thing you may have noticed, I've not spoke about any of the characters or what they're doing. Do you know why? Because no one cares. No one cares about these characters. They're all knobheads and stupid. Like, what's the point? And how are they affording, 3 of them affording a massive house when they're all at university? How are they affording that? That is just, what? They're living in a massive house with loads of land around them, and it's just 3 people. Another thing, this film has the biggest cock-blocking, third-wheeling situation I've ever seen in a film or in real life. Like, the 3 main characters that live in this house, that all go to university together, 2 of them are a couple, and then one of them is just the lad's friend, and they're all living together. That is just, what? Don't know if you're following this pattern that I'm finding a lot of things stupid, but following on from that, it contradicts the story loads. Like, it says the Bye Bye Man's there when you say it or think it, and that's how he gets more powerful. But in a part of the film, no one knows about the Bye Bye Man because everyone who did know about it's dead. The characters in the film haven't found out about him, haven't read it, haven't thought it, yet the dog is still appearing. How can he appear if he doesn't exist because no one knows about him or thinks about him? That's just contradicting the whole purpose of the Bye Bye Man, because he can still be there when people aren't thinking or saying it. Last problem I'm going to talk about in this film, it's not like the worst problem, it's just the last thing I can think of. There's so many more I could say, but I don't want this video to be like extremely long. The last thing I'm going to talk about, throughout the whole of this film, there's shots of a train just driving, and then at one point the train drives into the 3 main characters all naked on the railway. Why were they there naked on the railway? It doesn't mean anything. I'd understand if it was like symbolic for something and then you found out later in the film, but it doesn't mean anything. You never understand why the Bye Bye Man's associated with a train. You hear the train noise whenever he's around. Just what even is this film? I understand people probably went into a lot of effort making this film, but why? You wasted so much time and money. Yeah, I'm gonna find out how much money it cost to make this film. So if I look now, the budget for this film, $7.4 million. $7.4 million, and this is what they made. So as much as I want to give this film a 10 out of 10 for being so hilariously bad, I'm really not going to, because it's just, I think maybe I went into this film just knowing it was going to be bad, and maybe I'm overhyping its negativity and how shit it is, but I literally couldn't think of one positive for this film, one thing that was good about it. So because of that, it's going to have to be a 1 out of 10. I'm never going to watch this film again. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say the Bye Bye Man again. I don't want to watch it. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah, that's probably my most aggressive and serious film review I've ever done and ever will do, because it just frustrated me at how bad it was. This week I'm also going to be watching another film that I'm probably going to hate, XXX Xander Cage Returns. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I've not watched the first 2. I didn't even know there was a first 2. But I might give it a watch and talk shit about that film as well. Later in the week, I'm going to be watching Manchester by the Sea and Lion, 2 films that I'm really excited to watch. Then early next week, I'm going to be watching Split, the new M. Night Shyamalan film, and I'm going to be watching Hacksaw Ridge, the new Mel Gibson film. And then the Monday after that, I'm watching Moonlight, which means I can finally do my top 10 films of the year, because that'll be all the films I wanted to watch from 2016, and then I'll finally get my top 10 films of 2016 out. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be appreciated, and if you're new and you enjoy film reviews, maybe not reviews of films that are this bad, but if you enjoy film reviews, subscribe would be appreciated. If you take anything from this review, just please don't watch this film, and thanks for watching.